I'm knocking you. The content itself.
I'm knocking you.
Me?
Yeah.
For what?
For championing niggas like Casanet and other niggas because they made a lot of money.
I don't champion them because they made a lot of money.
Why do you champion Casanet?
I wouldn't even necessarily a champion guy. But why do I like the kid? I said it here publicly.
Charlamagne, are we live? Are we live? Are we live? DJ Envy, are we live? Are we live? Can the people hear my voice? Cause I'm at the Breakfast Club and I'm addressing all the lies.
Let's hit on the next topics very quickly. All right, bro, we got Chud the Builder. Have you seen this clown?
I knew you was going to say it.
I wasn't going to say it until the most recent development. So we got this white man, Chud the Builder. He's a streamer. He runs around. He antagonizes black people, tries to instigate them into violent reactions for his YouTube channel or Twitch channel or whatever bullshit that Casanet is the goat of.
Yeah. I just heard about this nigga like this week, a few days ago.
I've been seeing this nigga for like a month or something like that.
It's been about a month, and it really has been very new and really depressing on my feed. Like, one, why are y'all so easily triggered by this? Two, why is it okay for you to walk around antagonizing people?
Well, obviously, because nobody but black people can say the word nigga. So you're gonna be triggered when you give people a way to trigger you. A rule that nobody has to follow. You're gonna I dare you to look at me. What am I gonna do? What the fuck am I gonna do? So if I'm gonna let my own rule that I created for other niggas to follow now upset me, I'm gonna get triggered often. Because as soon as somebody violates, as soon as somebody has the courage of a 4-year-old to do childish and antagonistic things, I'm gonna have to get triggered, and I'm gonna have to stand on whatever bullshit I just put down. If you call me this, so that's when it happened. Boom. Now, when did people start doing this bullshit for attention? When Twitch was invented. I'm gonna walk around and antagonize black people because there are people on the internet who will send me $3 every time I do it. Why the fuck would I stop? First of all, these niggas not gonna do nothing to me, right? And if they do violently assault me, I'm gonna call the police, and that's gonna fuck my character up. How? Nobody's gonna be like, well,
acting fully in character.
Yeah, I called the police on this guy. So what are you gonna call me out for? Not being a thug? Not no snitching? No, nigga. Nobody fucking cares. So stop setting stupid ass rules, and little kids get off the internet. Stop following dumb ass niggas around, sending them money. Those two ingredients resulted in this.
So what actually happened? Because again, I know somebody's been arrested.
Yeah.
Right?
So
I don't know. I'm not
so
out of the loop.
Chud the Builder, real name Dalton something, white man, white boy, white child.
It was a shooting.
So yeah, so a few days ago, I'm gonna take it from the beginning. A few days ago, Chud was at a restaurant that my old girlfriend used to work at in Nashville, Tennessee, called Bob's Steakhouse at the Omni. He was live streaming. He was doing his routine. So the white owner of the restaurant, white manager, asked him to leave. Said, "Look, we aren't going for none of that shit around here. Get up out of here." He left. Did not pay for his meal. At which point, he was arrested by the police 10, 15 minutes later while walking up the street. What I will note is that he didn't call that officer nigger. He didn't tell the officer to chimp out.
It was a black dude?
Yeah.
Black officer?
Black officer. So what we got to understand, guys, is people like this, first and foremost. No. I'm getting there. First and foremost, these people are cowards.
Yeah.
They're antagonists. They're playing a little game with you.
Right. Lame. This is super lame.
What I would do, if a white man starts to antagonize me clearly in this manner, I walk alongside him for a very long time. And I engage him as he's my nigga. My nigga, what's up, man? Oh, we're niggas now. We're besties. You want to hold hands? Give me your hand. Let's hold hands. That's what I'm going to do if I really have the time in my day. But because becoming upset, he was only going to achieve his goal. But then, moving forward from that, Chud is released from jail hours later. He immediately starts back streaming. the kids online start sending him more money because their parents are not supervising them in any sort of notable way. He continues his routine. He's in the park at this point, and angered. I don't know what to call this person. Somebody who knows what he does is angry, approaches him, physically violates him by punching him. They get into a scuffle back and forth. This is all on camera. Gunshot. From my understanding, what I heard on the camera is people are saying he's dead. But Chud is now charged with attempted murder.
Yeah.
Which means he couldn't be dead because that would be a murder charge.
Right.
And so, who's to blame? White racists or internet idiots who platform and pay attention to almost anything, including idiotic black people doing idiotic things? Who's to blame? Who's to
You
blame?
just said cooning has been for sale, so whether it is on that end of feeling the need to defend yourself or dancing on the camera yourself, it's money in cooning.
It's money in cooning. It's money in playing the opposite of a coon. A white coon, whatever the fuck that is called. A master, a slave.
It's like redneck. Is he not doing?
He's not even doing the redneck thing. He's not even doing that.
Yeah,
He's just doing the straight up, I'm a white man and I can say nigger and I can antagonize black people because it seems fairly easy.
I blame the internet definitely and the unsupervised children that you're speaking about.
Who Dalton is one of. He's another
Right.
member of the audience who is now taking flight.
We just need to stop giving these people the platform.
We gotta
feeding
stop
the
giving
platform.
people who have not earned anything or done anything of note a platform.
That's kind of.
I mean, I feel like it's impossible because, I mean, everybody has a smartphone, so therefore everybody has a platform and can have a platform if they garner a certain amount of
But he wouldn't be
viewers.
walking around continuously antagonizing people if he wasn't getting paid to do so.
Can your daughter watch Casanet?
Technically, she could.
She could, yeah.
She has access to an iPad. So if
Which you gave her. You pay for the iPad on a monthly basis and the internet connection, which feeds the iPad internet images and depictions of whatever.
Even if you are
Yeah.
watching,
So-
viewing it one way, they'll find a way. There's things like, YouTube is pretty much.
It's a free app.
Do you speak
It's
against?
banned in my house.
Yeah, no
When I
facts.
see YouTube, I'm like,
I could date a white girl because they exist in the wild and stuff like that. What happened is my parents and the people around me like spoke against it so heavily that I'm more reticent and hesitant to do it. Maybe not. No, I'll try. So it's like the guidance. So if like perhaps you tell the children, hey, these people haven't earned anything. They haven't done anything of note. I don't care how much money they made.
You're not gonna spend my money.
You're not gonna spend my money to
$3.
watch Casanet. You're not gonna spend my money to watch Chud. You're not gonna spend my money to watch any fucking loser who's at the crib doing absolutely nothing, building no skill sets. Because they're a fucking loser. And if you are doing what they're doing, you'll be a fucking loser. Because that's a possibility. Even though you're a special princess and prince, you could be a fucking loser. So if you watch this person, you'll be a fucking loser. That's how it happens, bro. As a society, we come to the common agreement. What is the value?
There is no value other than what people deem to be entertaining. So that's the value. That's the exchange. That's why people are giving their time to tap into it.
What are the
And
who are the
people are
people that
willing
give
to-
their time? Do you give your time? Do you send your money to the chat?
No, but inadvertently, I
It's
think a lot
majority
of people
children.
raise the popularity just by engaging in the content, just by watching it, even to rage bait.
Yeah, but
themselves.
sorry, my bad.
No, I was just saying, even watching it to rage bait themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
yeah, we can move.
yeah, I don't know how to really examine this. I mean, because it's like you said, if niggas don't respond or give him a reaction, then there's no content, right?
Yeah, if they don't send any donation.
If he doesn't antagonize niggas, you feel me? Then there's no response to the antagonization, like, or however like. So it's like I can't say a nigga wrong for feeling disrespected
Who?
And then any black person that he's approached.
I don't think anybody suggested that they're wrong for feeling disrespected.
Yeah,
you should feel disrespect. He's trying to disrespect you.
But then, yeah, if they respond to that disrespect with violence, I'm not necessarily mad at that.
I'm not mad at that either.
So
I don't even think that's the conversation.
I do agree.
Who is mad at that?
Well, earlier you were kind of making the case like, yo, like, these people are being triggered and they're giving him what he wants.
Yeah, I'm making the case that I would never do that. I'm not mad at somebody else for their reaction. It's a reasonable reaction.
Okay.
It's a foolish one.
Okay.
But it's reasonable.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, damn, like, are we knocking niggas for, like, responding to
Definitely
this,
not.
bro?
I'm knocking niggas for not knocking niggas that get on camera and do absolutely nothing. That's what I'm knocking those niggas.
Okay, so the actual... content,
I'm knocking you.
The content itself.
I'm knocking you.
Me?
Yeah.
For what?
For championing niggas like Casanet and other niggas because they made a lot of money.
I don't champion them because they made a lot of money.
Why do you champion Casanet?
I wouldn't even necessarily a champion guy. But why do I like the kid? I said it here publicly. So I guess I'm now the champion.
You literally championing the nigga. Hey man, that's why I fuck with it.
I respect a nigga's journey, like, feel me, like, in dedication.
What's his journey, bro?
Going from doing prank videos in college, having someone tell him that this was stupid and that this was not funny.
You think somebody told Dalton that? Shut the Builder?
Probably.
The same path, bro.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different messaging, right? Kai puts out positive. I think the kid's genuinely positive. I like his energy. I like his personality. I feel like he genuinely cares for people.
How many kids do you think want to be Casanet?
Many millions.
How many kids do you think are genuinely likable?
Millions.
Millions. How many kids do you think are going to end up with a platform like Casanet?
Less than 100.
Less than 10. Probably less than 1.
Yeah.
Less than 2.
Yeah.
So what I'm suggesting is when you see Casanet, be likable. And that's how he gets $2.1 million a month. You're going to turn your camera on and be likable. And then you're not going to make any money. And then you're going to go do pranks. That's going to get you a little bit more money. And then you're going to turn into Chud the Builder. Do you see the pathway?
I can see that definitely.
Because I used to rap about positive things, then I stopped. And now I started rapping about other kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, how do I get the attention? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, as long as we keep platforming any of this shit, it's going to keep getting worse and worse because they have nothing to do. They have nothing to showcase. And so that's the actual problem, bro. They really don't have a skill set or a talent. And if the goal is to keep eyeballs on you, what do you do next?
Yeah, you blow up a house.
Or you cry yourself to sleep if you're of the other extreme. Victimhood. Evil, sadistic nature, or victimhood. One or two. It's really extreme. So, Stephon Diggs?
What about him? Oh, he's not guilty.
He's not guilty, man.
Yeah.
There's not too much to say about this. Again, Shorty is literally making the full victimhood play. She did the court case. She got the acclaim from that, the visibility of that, and now she's after the court and a jury of her peers decided not to hold Stephon accountable for like domestic violence. What was she saying? Like
I don't even know.
I think he allegedly
I saw
assaulted
more videos
her.
Of her booty than anything since this happened.
So yeah, he was. Let's take 1 minute to tell them to like, comment, and subscribe, and we're gonna put that behind every single video, or in front of it, one of the two. So I'm gonna say like, you say comment, you say subscribe. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Like,
comment,
subscribe
to the Heaven on Earth Society podcast. Boom.